because you were doing all the things, you see. Drifting needs resty time now. Getting close to done with this quilt block, so maybe finish, then clean some. Yes! Oh, I do enjoy seeing people's quilting work, though. 35% magic for Mantis. Jinx is 26. Not bad at all. He's a little napkin to keep magic resin around my mouth. No! Nom 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 nom. I want to craft something we can use in the house. Like a few days ago, I painted a pot for in the kitchen for the baking things, like a spatula. That's cool. But I have no idea what to make. Does anyone know where I can get some ideas? I don't have social media. Okay. Something that we can use in the house. I mean, storage, like you said, like you painted the pot for the kitchen. That could be really useful. Storing things. A spoon rest. Yes, I have one shaped like a leaf. It's very nice. I always get very sneezy. It is good to make sure that you do the dust cleaning and stuff if you do get a bit sneezy. Oh, I find face masks helpful. That I didn't even. Do you know what? Didn't even cross my mind. How silly is that? Hey, Maka, how you doing? Welcome in. Lovely to see you. You can make that. Yes. Let's get crafting. Sometimes a gentle shake helps. Yeah, just a gentle one. 80%. Not bad. You've figured out the secret of the magic meter, you see. Thank you so much for shouting out Maka Waka. If you want to go and do some live walking with a wonderful host, then please go and check out Maka. There we go. I keep saying there we go because it's like it's very slowly sort of getting into shape, and I'm just practicing getting into the proper shapes here. Gonna gather some stuff, just a gentle shake, yeah. Puny god. Totoro, yeah, Totoro is very shaped. He is definitely friend shaped for sure. I did want to add some little claws because he does have claws on his paws. Feel words are good at, yeah, just words, lots of words, many words. Like I said, when there will be days where the words just will not happen very well, but I am surrounded by people who understand, which I appreciate more than anything. Being surrounded by people who get it, this is why like I try and invite people here, and I'm so glad when we meet friends who come here who you know, might be harboring a little bit of neurospicy and are just looking for a place to hang out, and we've got all of these amazing communities full of people who understand and who get it a little bit, you know. I mean, we're all unique beings, but we can understand some of the struggles that people go through with just trying to find their place in a world that wasn't necessarily built for them, you know. And that can be for physical health issues, mental health issues, neurodivergence, like things like that. There will always be people who feel like they maybe don't fit a little bit, and I'm hoping that all of our wonderful communities, like we said, we've got the incredible Jinx Peregrine in here with us, and Fest streams are just so chill and so welcoming and so inclusive and wonderful, and I appreciate everyone, all of the people I know in here who stream. They always have a wonderful welcoming space, you know, no matter who you are, as long as the vibe is kindness when you come in, then you are like just part of the family, you know. Neuro tiny ghost pepper, that's the cutest thing I've ever heard, Mirror. I sort of want to do all the things. Yes, I mean, it is pretty late at night. What time is it for you right now, Spicy? Here we go. Tiny Nero, Redheaded Scorpion. Hey, Ollie, how you doing? Welcome in. Totaro's looking good, thank you. We are getting there slowly with the shape. Not quite there, yo. You got my your Totoro hat on its support. I love that. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it a lot. I have some clay. I like the leaf I did. Nice. I have some clay also, but I still haven't figured out what I want to make with it. I get a little bit stuck for ideas and then I just end up not doing anything. So hopefully I'll come up with something. So I'm grateful for the kind and inclusive folks I've met through Twitch, right? Aren't they the loveliest? Stimming times is totally fun. Good times for the stimmings. And then what stimming is in this community, it's super helpful. Yeah, it's an interesting thing. Like we were talking about it. I think Law was explaining it to me previously and saying about like the differences between sort of what is understood about sort of stimming for an autistic person and stimming for a person who has ADHD. And I have noticed, because I've said before on this stream, I was like, I don't think I stim. Then I realised I really, really do. And I think we've talked about this before in here. And people have been like, yeah, you totally do. Yeah, mine is more about remembering or focusing. So I will click my fingers a lot. I will do this a lot. And it is like trying to grab those thoughts before they leave my head, essentially, is where mine comes in. So felting is a stim in itself, damn straight. Yep. This is like just sitting here repeatedly doing a thing and getting the joy out of it. It's a stim. As someone who finds red pepper spicy, that sounds dangerous. Yeah, ghost peppers are pretty strong. Running into that now, I'm physically disabled, and that's what's making it so hard to find a job, because I don't have a way to a brick and mortar job, and if I did, my disability makes it hard to work one like that. Okay. What sort of... I'm really sorry that you're running up against those challenges, Gio. I really hope that, like, you know, we can continue moving towards a place where people can feel, like, supported, regardless of their sort of ability levels and things like that. But... have you, you know, are there any jobs and things like that you've done previously, that you enjoyed that sort of thing and you can look for something in that kind of field? Something where you felt a bit more supported, or you felt like it was something that you were more comfortable doing? Cleaning my desk, I seem to cut with scissors to chill at the moment. Oh, okay. That works. That definitely works. Red chili peppers, not like paprika. Oh, I love paprika though. I tell 12:36 a.m. on Monday. Oh no, you're into the Monday already. Oh no. What's up, Squishy? Are you warm? What is the difference? Yeah, so I'd say, like, I'm now trying to remember because it was described to me a lot easier. I will have to remember it from lore, but yeah, it's some of it can be more from release of energy, and some of it can be for the purposes of building up energy, if that makes sense. But there is definitely a better way of explaining it than I did. Hoovering done, back is ouchy. Oh goodness, Cara, have a little sit down. Never realised I stim, but everyone in my life has noticed it. I know, this is a thing. Like, I went through my assessment recently, and they were asking, you know, they were saying, you know, this bit is going to be filled out by someone who's known you for years and years, and this bit's going to be filled out by someone who's known you since you were a child, because that's how they start sort of building the patterns up and stuff. And yeah, there's a lot of things that we don't notice about ourselves necessarily. And me being on here, in fact, like, everyone's just like, yeah, you've got a stim, you hum. I hum in between things that I'm reading on here. Art Rogue Mel, welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow. Love that name. Welcome in. If you're a streamer, let us know. But feel free to chat or lurk, whatever feels comfortable to you. Piano's a great stim. All 10 fingers in play. That's a good point. I cannot play the piano, but I would love to learn. Winter, hey, how you doing? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Antan, good morning, good afternoon, friend. How you doing? Narrow it to completely open. I can never open something normally. Oh no, it's okay, Fern. I do that all the time. I had a very bad quality of vinyl encounter the kitchen I was going to remove. I did. Well, I tried. ripped off in pieces. So I had like hundreds of small pieces when I was done, and all of the glue stuck on the counter. So I needed to soak on the counter for a few minutes and then scrape it off. A few rounds of fat remover, water and alcohol, and now I'm melting. Oh, bud. It will be so worth it, and it's going to look so good when it's done. But yeah, that does sound like it's going to be some warm work. Having too many feelings today, up for like 2 hours and already exhausted. Oh, buddy. Big, big loves. Been working from home for the last 3 or 4 years, doing customer service, but running into most now aren't hiring in my state or requiring you to be bilingual or something else that makes it so I can't even apply. Oh, bud. I mean, let's see. If it comes to the application process, I honestly, like, I know it can be really tiring. I know it can be really tiring to be applying for jobs and stuff, so please take your time and make sure that you're looking after yourself as well. But when it comes to stuff like that, where they're like, oh, you know, you need to be this or you need to be that or whatever, I would still apply. I would say, I have every single other thing. I have the experience. I have the, you know, the drive. I have the, it's something that that I enjoy and I'm good at, and I've got a good track record or whatever. And just be like, I'm not bilingual. However, I have everything else, because there may be people out there who, you know, are in the exact same boat as you and they haven't bothered applying for the role, and they might find that they're not getting that many applicants because they haven't got like people who are bilingual or whichever. But if you can show them that you already have like real good experience in every other angle that they need, you might end up being the person that they call. So give it a try. You know, I've applied for stuff before where I felt like I was underqualified compared to their requirements for the role, and it ended up, you know, sort of being called in for interviews and things. So give it a try. Always put a covering letter in there, say, you know, you're eager to learn and you're, you know, all of those things. And see how it goes. It is frustrating though, and I'm really sorry that you're having to deal with this, friend. External activity to regulate internal energy. There we go. Yeah, just getting it out. I hate noises, but I hum if quiet, was also hate silence. Yeah, the neurospicy urge to be like, I can take noise if it's my noise. I don't like it being noisy when I'm not in, you know, I'm quite happy for noise on my own terms. I only realised fairly recently that I stim. Looking back, kid me, having certain words, sounds and noises I make and still do, and other movements. Yeah, I think most people just sort of assume the standard. However, noises I hate, fingers in my ears usually. Need sleeps, go sleeps, friend. Have you tried the AA? I know there's jobs and I know it's work from home. Geo is in America. Good, thanks, been like, I just finished working on my channel. Oh, exciting. I got some things to send you. I'm excited. My sibling yodeled a lot. Amazing. Mitheza, welcome in. Remember the study. Cishet white dudes in the US will apply for jobs in which they have only 15% of the required skills and get those jobs. Okay. Like I said, it is definitely worth applying. And giving it a try, but that can also be dependent on, like I said, dependent on sort of ability and things like that. That there may be people who will find it a little bit more difficult to be taken on by a company, which sucks massively. But yeah, definitely like go out there and apply for anything, even if you feel like you're underqualified, and someone will contact you back. My sibling brew raspberries all the time. That makes sense. It feels good. Apply for jobs like a cishet white American dude. Phantom Keep None, how you doing? Did you see my crochet blanket? I finished it with the green one, right? Beautiful. Mitheza, I appreciate the lurk. Thank you so much, friend. Coming to realise that chewing my tongue may be a stim. I do it absently, sometimes when I'm concentrating, other times I realise I'm doing it. Same with knee hopping and tapping. Yep, absolutely can be. There are differences. I'm trying to remember them desperately, but like it's we were talking about it in here before, because there's a difference between, you know, like habits stims, compulsions, and things like that. But, you know, if it's something that just feels nice to do, then that can be a stim. And I had that picked up on by other people as well, that I'm constantly moving in some kind of way. The point was more that women won't apply for a job unless they have experience and expertise in every quote-unquote required skill. It's true. So that's why I was just like, oh, I'm just going to apply for things, and if I get called back, I do. Great. And if I don't, I don't. You know, like I tend to find like the jobs are very much, you know, this is our ideal candidate, not that our candidate definitely has to have all of these things. This is ideally who we would find. However, if you've got some of these, then, you know, get in touch. But they won't usually say that because they don't want to deter someone who's actually got all of the skills, which would be quite rare in some cases. I'm a cis-het white dude and terrified if I'd ever have to apply for jobs because I feel I'm underqualified. My dude, like, you have been working at your place for quite some time now, and you're basically indispensable to the company because you are the only guy who knows how to do what's needed to be done. I think you're going to be okay. And you have enough skills and years of experience to be able to show what you can do inside and outside of work. So you're going to be okay. You're going to be just fine. Been a very weird few months for me. I've got chronic fatigue and none of my friends seem to understand that I'm not just tired. Oof. It's a lot more. I've not been out of the house in like 5 months due to it, and they mostly think I'm just being lazy. I'm so sorry that you're having to deal with that. What you are going through with your fatigue is genuinely a thing, okay? I don't experience like CF as there are many people in this community that that do have chronic fatigue and various other chronic pain conditions and things. I don't suffer with the pain side, but it's more mental fatigue for me that does affect me quite a bit. So it can be very different, and I'm not going to speak on top of other people's lived experiences with something that I haven't experienced myself. But big love to you. If you ever want to come in here and have a chat, I hope that we can help you feel like what you are going through is entirely valid. And I'm really sorry that your friends are struggling to understand this. And it is not because they don't care about you. It's because it's something that they've not experienced themselves. And it can be very difficult for someone to understand when it's something that we haven't experienced ourselves. There may be ways that you can explain it, but then again, that takes energy that you could be using to be looking after yourself when you're feeling, when you're feeling like this. And I really hope that they will take the time to educate themselves and to offer support in ways that they can while you're going through this, and while if you're having tough times and flare-ups and stuff. But big love to you. I'm really glad that we met you, and I hope that things will improve. I hope that your friends will start to understand you more. And there's always, like I said, there's always people in here who may have had similar experiences to you and may have similar lived experiences to you, who will be happy to have a little chat. And men apply for stuff they have no business applying for. I mean, it absolutely can happen, but like you said, apply for things with little to no fear and see where it gets you. Yeah, cis-het white dude, I'm terrified of ever to apply jobs or feel I'm underqualified. Yeah, the gendering, yeah. Everybody's lurking. Thank you. Thank you for the lurk. I'm so bored and I have nothing to crochet now. That's okay. There's always new projects out there. I need that on a t-shirt. There is evidence for this, and people who have so many skills that second guess themselves versus the people who just go for it. So just try, even though it's scary and it might be a no. Yeah, the worst thing they can do is a no. But the best thing that they can do is say a yes, or keep your resume on file for the future, which is always a good thing too. I pick and bite the sides of my fingers. I think that's more an anxiety response. That can be, for sure. I think I'm crocheting a dice plushie. That would be incredible. Please share pictures if you do. I like smooth things like smooth pebbles, and I like to rub them on my lips. I've never admitted that before. That's definitely a sensory seeking thing. Nathan, how you doing, friend? Oh, it's so good to see you. Look, that one is here. Hello. Really close to 5k, like super close. Can we shout out Drifting Light, please? Artrag Mel, welcome in. I love a note-taking emote. I hope you're doing good today. In Dutch, we have a saying. I am not going to be able to pronounce that. Wait, what was the drift? It was 5k? Hold on. What will we shout out? I'm so confused. We got like multiple shout outs for the drifting. I love it. I mean, you should absolutely be shouting out the lovely Drifting Light. In Dutch, we have a saying. I'm going to try and say it. Ni heb je, ja kun je kriegen. No. In translation, you have no, you get yes. It means pretty much you can always ask. You always have a chance. Yes. I had that too. It takes some willpower to resist and let them heal. Yes. Make sure that you are comfortable. I have a really silly, embarrassing stim. I moved my tongue on the roof of my mouth as if I have a dummy in it. Done it since I was a toddler and haven't grown out of it. Power pop. If it brings you comfort, it's not hurting anyone. You absolutely go ahead, friend. As long as it's not causing you any kind of injury or upset or anything, you know, any kind of physical issues or anything like that. You go ahead and do what makes you feel comfortable, friend. Snacks for everyone! Yeah, thank you! Main stim would be I'd do so much walking. Used to walk about 20 miles a day. I mean, walking's good. Walking is good too. Since beginning to learn about myself a little, it's helped me recognise stuff in other people. Like the children I volunteer with. I understand that taking things literally, this classroom is a pigsty comment the teacher made, which one kid couldn't accept. Or when the class gets loud and another kid covers their ears, the teacher tells the class to quieten down, but also doesn't seem to fully get that this kid might have sensory stuff and often tells him to stop covering his ears. Yeah, there's, like, when it comes to children, there's a lot more that people can be doing to listen to that child, you know? I don't, again, you know, I can only speak from my own experience, which is more sort of family and you know, small people that I know personally. I have a little experience in like professional childcare type stuff, but that was from many years ago. But yeah, I definitely think like listening to children and what can help them feel more comfortable and being able to express their emotions healthily is a very important thing. But yeah, I can understand why someone might not understand exactly what the child is going through, especially if they've not experienced like a potentially a neurodivergent person or a sensory seeking person. You can get yes, not you get yes. You can get yes. Yeah, you can get yes from no. Yes. There we go. Not the best in English, honestly, Fern. Like, before you told me that English wasn't your first language, I thought that you were English. Your English is wonderful, friend. Don't ever put yourself down. I love walking. It's been so cold, so my mega walks have been less. Oh, imagine when they start getting a little bit longer again, when the weather starts turning. Boobs everyone who wants a boop. Boop. Thank you. There's also a massive issue with most applications being online. They're flicking through keywords on a screen rather than knowing the person. Yeah, meeting the person and seeing whether you get on with them is a big deal as well. We have a saying here, shy bands getting out. If you don't ask or try, you get nowhere. Yeah, it's worth a try. And it is scary. It is scary to do, but it is worth it. Constantly run my fingers through my hair when it's really long. Oh, that sounds nice. I do have people who basically stim with my hair. They will play with my hair and I'm like, I don't mind. This feels nice. Hi, Artroad Mel. Hi. It's okay. Feel free to chat or lurk, whatever you feel comfortable with doing. Chronic fatigue is such a rough one. I have insomnia and suffer from something similar. It's really hard when people react like, oh, I don't sleep well either. Like, okay, cool. I'm proud of you for still being able to do the thing, but I am not. Yeah. So Green explained this very well, and it's something that I've used a lot because when it comes to the ADHD thing, you're just like, oh, I find it really hard to get started on projects. And people are like, yeah, that happens to me too, but, you know, I just do it. And it's like, yeah, but does this happen with everything? Every day? When you're having a really rough day? Like, you cannot even do the things that you enjoy doing because you cannot get motivated to do them, you know? It's purely, you know, like all of the things, the majority of things that neurodivergent people will experience are things that neurotypical people will experience also. However, it is about the scale and the frequency that it continues to continues to happen, whether it's a repetitive thing that happens every day, whether it is like those sensory feelings but turned up to 11, whereas, you know, a neurotypical person would experience them at a lower level. Would say, you know, I'm getting a little bit annoyed at this, but it's something that's causing like massive distress in a neurodivergent person, you know. Linked in the spoon theory, yeah, spoon theory, fork theory, yeah, spoon theory, fork theory, there's spell slots and stuff as well. Needing a long rest to recharge your spell slots. Yep, I got the spoons for this today, exactly. Also twiddle my hair in a knotted bun and hold the cold hair against my ears when I'm tired. Again, a toddler thing I haven't grown out of, that's fine, if it works for you. Can we raid into Supreme's raid train? Ooh, where's the train at right now? Also painted my nails. Nice, Drifting. I love this. Who was it who had chronic fatigue? We have a few people in here who have chronic fatigue. I have it too. Strength you. People who don't have it don't know what we mean when we say we're really tired. Yeah, exactly. Tired. It's when words fail you, you know? When you're like, I'm trying to find the words to explain. Tired doesn't cut it. You know, like overwhelmed doesn't cut it. Like it's so much more than that. You know, but that's the most wordy word that we can find for to explain exactly how it is that we're feeling, you know. So sorry you're going through this. I have ME and it's hard to get people to understand the true experience. I've unfortunately lost a lot of friends after my health crisis. The ones that stuck are the true gems. Feel free to reach out if you need. I'm 7 years into this and I have helpful words or just understanding here to offer. Thank you, Green. That's really kind of you. How was I not following Drifting? How dare you? I am dealing with a knee injury, crocheting, and AFK gaming. Okay. I am sorry that you're dealing with the injury. I hope that you're recovering well. Big, big love to you. Lips are full of nerve ends. That's a really good place to interact. Ooh. Thank you, Mantis, for that one. I should do that in a sec. If you can help me choose a colour, I'd really appreciate it. Lips for the nerve ends. As long as you make sure it's hygienically okay, it's a great thing to do. It was suggested to me by a therapist. No shame in lip stewing. Absolutely not. Do any spicy folk have a planner that works in to stay more organised and keep track of things? Ooh, well, if you do, then please let me know. I would like that too. My girlfriend has ME and it took me a while to be able to understand to what I can without having to condition myself. Exactly. It is difficult to understand these things, but it is important to basically be like, I cannot understand this on a level where, you know, to say this is something that it's not possible for you to say, I understand exactly what you're going through, because you don't. I can't say that I understand, you know, people with conditions different to mine that I have not experienced. I can't say I know exactly what you're going through because I don't. Oh, we're getting some ears. It's starting to look a bit more the proper shape, right? Yes. So excited. I'm going to stick one ear on. There we go. So we've at least got one ear. I am here. I'll be here more on Sundays. Yes, Nathan. I have a new job at a clothing shop that opens next Wednesday. But I've been at work for a week ready, prepping stock in the new shop. Oh, that's so good. Oh, I'm so excited for you, friend. And we get to see more Nathan. Yes. You get to have one of my favourite little gremlins coming and hanging out here. There we go. I have that thing where I'm out for walks, suddenly start and stop running. I've internalized so much shame for this stims. I didn't know what it was and people reacted disapprovingly. Learning about stims has helped me so much. I'm so glad that you're learning more stuff about yourself, friend. And I think about it, like I was thinking about it yesterday. I've been spending a lot more time on the floor. And I know that that's not something that is like massively accessible to everybody, but to me, having a little lay down on the floor, having some floor time, it's actually got to the point where like my nearest and dearest will be like, you having some floor time today? I'm like, yes, maybe. Yeah, it's I have a lot of floor time and I will be in strange positions, you know, leg on the footstool, rest of me sort of flomped on the floor or whatever. And I get asked about it and I'm just like, well, you know, I'm not breaking anything, I'm not damaging anything, I'm not hurting myself. I'm just laying in a position that some people might find a bit odd. But at the end of the day, there's not actually anything wrong with it. It's just literally the world has been like, that's weird. Why are you doing that? Don't do that. Sit nicely, sit straight, sit company, like do this, sit quietly and all those sorts of things. And I'm like, I'm a grown up in my own house. If I want to lounge around and lay around on the floor because it helps me feel better, there's absolutely nothing wrong with doing that.